Kirk at the helm, with a swagger and charm. Spock by his side, logical, keeping us calm. Beam me up to a world where no one's gone before. Boldly we explore across the galaxy we soar. The final frontier, our mission never ending. On the Enterprise we'll keep on ascending. Beam me up, keep on ascending. Beam. Cosmic storms on the rise, plot complications. It's a 5-year mission, peaceful explorers, faces on stern, shooting to kill, it's illogical. A doctor, not an escalator. Scotty's a miracle worker in half the time. Warp factor 9. Beam me up to a world where no one's gone before. Boldly we explore across the galaxy we soar. The final frontier, our mission never ending. On the Enterprise we'll keep on ascending. Beam me up, keep on ascending. Beam. Dr. McCoy, cranky and sharp-tongued, but he's got our back. Scotty in engineering, keeping the engines on track. Uhura working the comms, with a voice that'll make you swoon. Sulu steering us through under the light of the moon. Chekhov completes the crew with the sexy hairdo. Beam me up to a world where no one's gone before. Boldly we explore across the galaxy we soar. The final frontier, our mission never ending. On the Enterprise we'll keep on ascending. Beam me up, keep on ascending. Beam. Beam up. Logic, logic. I'm a doctor, not a coal miner. Hailing frequencies open. Beam me up. I never said that.
Stardate locked. Systems prime. Across the stars where the engines hum. You know vacations, here they come. Feline finesse in a Starfleet zone. Cations be slaying with style they own. They prowl the galaxy fierce and wild. Too sexy for Starfleet, they drive 'em wild. Spacewalking with grace, tails in the air. Cations got flair, they just don't care. With those whiskers sharp and those eyes so bright, they light up the ship in the dark into the captain's chair. You feel that feline energy everywhere. There are Riker's delight at any hour. Warm it up, let's ride. It's space walking with grace tails in the air. Cations got flair, they just don't care. With those whiskers sharp and those eyes so bright, they light up the ship in the darkest night. When the cations call, yeah, everybody falls. Space walking with grace tails in the air. Cations got flair, they just don't care. With those whiskers sharp and those eyes so bright, they light up the ship in the darkest night. They light up the ship in the darkest night. It won't stop tonight. Stardate complete, but the legend stays. From sector edge to the neutral zone. Cation style is fully grown. Engines fade, but the purr goes on. In every system they've touched upon. Engage!
Warp core online. Navigation locked. Touch it. Starlight flash on the forward screen. Engines humming like a war machine. Thrusters burning in a neon haze. Running wild through the gamma rays. Hands on helm and the night feels right. Stars go screaming in a trail of light. Galactic lanes and the danger sign. But this ship was built to fly. Red alert lights in the midnight blue. All systems primed and the crew's on cue. You say slow down, but you know I won't when the stars start calling you. Warp speed, baby, hold on tight. Stars gonna burn in the dead of night. Ride that comet, break the sky, leave the whole damn galaxy behind. Warp speed, baby, feel that drive. Engines screaming, we're alive. Light years falling in our wake. Warp speed, baby, no brakes. Warp speed. Warning, classings in the engine room. Shields are glowing like a rising moon. Gravity's shaking the metal frame, but a little danger fuels the flame. The iron storms and the void runs deep, but this iron lady was born to lead. Through the black where the bold ones roam. Every jump feels like coming home. Countdown ticking on the nav display. Destiny calling a light year away. If the stars wanna test our mind, let them try today. Warp speed, baby, hold on tight. Stars gonna see how fast this thing really goes. Warp speed, baby, punch the sky. Let the constellations fly on by. No more limits, no more chains. Just the thunder of the engine flames. Warp speed, baby, ride the night. Breaking through the speed of light. If the universe says slow down, baby, we say warp speed, baby. Oh yeah.
Warning. Coolant leak detected in main engineering.
Yeah, I see it.
Out all in engineering where the engines roar.
Warp core humming like it did before. EPS lines glowing, plasma running hot. Somebody touched something they really should not. Dilithium singing, but the pressure's wrong. Diagnostic says it won't last long. Data's running scans, warp's looking grim, and the captain's voice just came over the intercom again.
Containment fields are starting to slip.
Temperature climbing,
Gauges all flip.
you can hear the calling hissing through the deck plates now. Oh no, it's another cooling leak. Cooling leak. Oh, red alert in the core tonight. Warp drive shaking like it wants to fight. If we lose containment, we're a cloud of light. So hand me a wrench and hold on tight. Oh no, it's another cooling leak. Hear the warning, siren scream. Nothing's ever easy in engineering. But if anybody here can save this ship, yeah, you know it's me.
Visor glowing as I scan the flow. Microfractures in the plasma conduit row.
Reroute power through the port side grid. Half the things I'm doing, Starfleet never said we did. I forged a bridge, I got a fix in mind.
But it's a little crazy,
And we're short on time. If the pressure spikes, we're through.
so somebody keep at it, matter steady too.
Clear out the plasma, seal the breach. Computer lock the field at level 3. Trip the injector, hold the line. We're gonna ride this warp core one more time. Stabilize the core and flow. Magnetic seals are starting to glow. Give me 10 seconds. Let's go. Keep at the EPS, polarity. Out the plasma through artillery 3 and boost the phase coils. Now hold that seal. Oh no! It's another coolant leak. Coolant leak. But the pressure's dropping fast.
Containment fields a home at last.
Warp core humming like a victory song.
Guess this old engine's still running strong.
Oh no! It's another coolant leak. Yeah, the crisis is thrown. Starfleet engineering coming through when the galaxy's breaking and the core's about to blow. Call Jordan a fall. Tell make it go. Too bad I don't have a miracle worker to help fix this mess.
Slide on down that starship hall, past the turbo lift and the captain's call. And there's a little spot at the bow so bright, where the star's pouring every night. Coleman counter
ships in tail and oscillate from Andoria to Old Earth Town. It's the swingin'est deck around. Oh, Warp-Speed Heart's gonna cruise and play under that Milky Way parfait. Meet me in 10 forward tonight. Kind and smiling knows your name. Every timeline, every game, pouring wisdom with your tea like a cosmic jukebox melody. Red shirts, blue shirts, gold ones too. Everybody's in the groove, from poker tails to love-struck sighs. You can see the stars in each other's eyes. Meet me in 10 forward, sugar, take my hand. We'll jitterbug through the neutral zone band. Nebulas glow like a lava lamp dream. Coolest joint you've ever seen. Oh, comets streak like Cadillacs bright, cruising through the velvet night. Meet me in 10 forward tonight. Warp, warp, engines humming low. Impulse hearts got that steady glow. If the day's been wild on the final frontier, there's a booth with your name right here. One out, Deborah and Fizz, and 2 cosmic shakes. Meet me in 10 forward. Don't you roam? It's a little slice of stardust home. When the galaxy feels too far, there's a die to bite up brightest stars. So off that ship and hold me tight. We'll swing through space till morning light. Meet me in 10 forward. We'll be star-crossed, star-tossed, starballs to midnight, but sure.
There's men who sail the seas, and there's men who fly the stars. But when the engines cry and the warp core burns, there's only one Scotsman they call. Steel and fire in the engine room, warp coil singing a Highland tune, red lights flashing down the hall. Mr. Scott, we need more power, comes the call. Spanner tight in a calloused hand, he grins like only a Scotsman can. The captain shouting through the wall, and Scotty laughs through it all. The hull's near shaken, the core's near gone, but the man from Aberdeen just carries on. He's a miracle worker, hands in the flame, holding the Enterprise together again. From Glasgow pride to the stars above, a miracle worker with a Scots tough love. Dilithium glowing bright and hot, Captain, I'm giving her all she's got. Circuit screaming through the deck, but the old girl hasn't failed him yet. Smoke and sparks in engineering, the sound of bagpipes in his hearing. One more fix, one more try, he'll keep her flying through the sky. How can he change the laws of physics? He shouts above the roar, and somehow every broken engine runs better than before. He's a miracle worker, hands in the flame, holding the Enterprise together again. When the warp core ship and steel, making the impossible turn unreal. When the captain asks for twice the speed, there's a Scotsman ready to do the deed. And if you ask him how he does it, when the ships would fall apart, the signals rising from the edge of the sky, stars on the screen and the channels run high. A voice on the bridge saying loud and clear, open the channel, the galaxy's here. Oh yeah! She heard the whispers from worlds unknown, every string signal and every tone. If someone was calling across the stars, she'd catch the message wherever they are. Lights on the console, stars in her eyes, every transmission she could recognize. From distant worlds to a Klingon shout, she always knew what it was about. Hailing frequencies, open tonight, sending our voices through the starlight, across the void where the starships roam. Uhura kept every channel home. Hailing frequencies open and wide, signals are riding the cosmic tide. When someone's calling from worlds afar, her voice could travel from star to star. Back in the days on that famous bridge, every transmission had to pass the switch. No bastard tap and no computer reply, just skill and instinct standing by. She heard the Romulans whisper low, caught every warning we had to know. As trouble was brewing across the night, she had the channel locked in tight. Come on! Come on! Come on! Rhythm like engines ready to fly, going off through the cosmic sky. Then I want another enterprise, they say. The computer does it all today. Tap your badge and the channel's clear, but something's missing from what we hear. A voice with heart and a steady hand, who understood every distant band. From every signal, both near and far, the woman who listened beyond the stars. Hailing frequencies open tonight, sending our voices through the starlight, across the red alert, red alert, red alert, red alert, red alert. Yeah. Red alert, red alert, red alert. Yeah. Yeah. Red alert lights flashing in the corridor tonight. Shadows in the bulkhead and the life support fight. Captain on the comm says keep it clean, no fun. Safety switching gauge, phaser set to stun. We're explorers, not destroyers. That's the rule we're living by. But sometimes when the Klingon's bored, I got just one question: why? Phasers on stun. That's the order every time. The golden rule of space patrol, the moral prime directive line. Yeah, we're heroes, yeah, we're saving everyone. But I swear it'd make more sense if they just came set on stun. Yeah. Cadets in training flip the switches left and right. One wrong dial and suddenly the room's a beam of light. You'd think the folks who built these things back in space dock one-on-one would make the safest let and be the default stun. We map the stars and chase quasars, chart the edges of the sun. But the safety lecture always starts with don't forget to switch to stun. Phasers on stun, that's the order every time. Peacekeeping across the stars, the Federation line. Yeah, we're trying not to vaporize anyone. So tell me why they don't just start with phasers set on stun. Maybe some engineer I'm lost, thought maximum power look cool. But when the panic thinking grabs a gun, that's a dangerous design rule. Flip the dial, say your prayer, hope the setting's the right one. Cause diplomacy works better when the phasers fire stun. Phasers on stun, hear the captain on the run. Hold your fire, don't incinerate the diplomats and run. We're the guardians of the stars, second to none. But the galaxy'd be safer if they started set on stun. Red alert phase, red alert phasers on stun. Red alert phase. Phaser, still on stun.
Quiet mind in a storm of stars, calm while the whole ship shakes. One lifted brow, one measured word, and every heart awakes. Fascinating, that's what you say when the universe won't behave. But Mr. Spock, I've got to say, you're the one who fascinates. You raise one eyebrow, the whole room stops. There it is again, how my heart palpitates. You find this all fascinating. You say it like it's simple truth, while chaos fills the room. The universe could fall apart, you'd calmly still presume. You raise one eyebrow, the whole room stops, yet you still make my heart rock. There it is again. Insufficient facts invite danger, that's what you always say. But mystery keeps life alive in such a Vulcan life. Fascinating.
Something in that quiet mind could charm the stars a while. A ship could tilt, a Lars could screen, you'd study every sign. There it is again. Needs of the many outweigh the few. Or the one you say it like a simple thing, but heroes always do. A curious human, that's what you'd say, but half Vulcan. I see you're human too. And prosper.
Captain's log. Stardate unknown. A strange transmission has reached the bridge. Apparently, I feel attacked. Curious. Because command was never meant to be comfortable. Stars on the bow and fire in the sky. Another warning from a council nearby. They question the choices, they question the fight. But somebody's got to steer the ship tonight. Klingons behind me, Romulans ahead. Every command echoing inside my head. They say I'm reckless, they say I'm wild, but history favors the bold, my child. You can doubt every call I make. You can question the path I choose, but a captain does not sit in that chair if he is afraid to lose. Every call I make, every line I draw, every star I chase, every broken law. Let the galaxy watch what I do to be free. If command means standing alone, then the record will show it bears scrutiny. Space is the frontier nobody owns, just ghosts in the static and radio tones. The Federation talks while the cosmos burns. Sometimes survival is the only concern. They say diplomacy should lead the way, but some days the only reply is phases okay. You wanna sink to command the fleet, or someone who refuses defeat? You can judge every risk I take, every gamble I roll with fate. But the Kobayashi Tyger one fate, you rewrite the rules of the game. Every call I make, every star I claim, every fight I face, every scar and flame. Let the universe stare and decide what it sees. If courage is my only plea, then the record will show it bears scrutiny. Risk is our business. That is what the starship is all about. That is why we are a boarder. And if someone out there says, I feel attacked, tell them this: nobody questions the captain after the mission succeeds. never meant for certainty. Captain's log. The mission continues. The stars remain. And if the galaxy wishes to examine my choices, let them. Because the truth